Hello, how you guys doing? What's going on? I am your host Jessica Kahainor, and we have to talk about this story. So I need you guys to like, share, subscribe, and I want you guys to hear what's really going out here in these streets. And if you guys want me to, I will go live and we can have a family discussion about this. Make sure you guys comment, like, share, and subscribe. Check this video out.
California, you did it. Prop 50 has officially passed. That means the Democrats have swept the floor tonight. In Georgia, you were able to flip 2 seats. In New York, you were able to make a progressive candidate your mayor. Guys, the things that happened today should excite you. This is the wave of the future. Democracy is standing up. And that goes to show you that we are paying attention. And doesn't that give you just a great warm feeling of hope? It's time for the change we say we want it to be. With that being said, we still got massive amounts of work to do, ladies and gentlemen. And you know what's coming next? The block party. Remember? I'm gonna be looking forward to you all showing up to that so we can take the money out of the pockets who are feeding this dictator, you know? But tonight, we celebrate and we bask in the glory of being the true winners we always knew we could be. Congratulations to all of you. For those of you that got out and vote, thank you. If you canvassed the street, thank you. If you phone banked, thank you. If you interviewed a candidate, thank you. Shared, reposted, thank you.
No crowns, no thrones, no kings. That's what this victory represents. It's a victory for the people of the state of California and the United States of America. In every critical category, Donald Trump is underwater. He promised to make us healthier. He promised to make us wealthier. We're sicker and poorer. And he fundamentally understands that. Why else would he call Greg Abbott saying he's entitled to 5 seats? Why else is he trying to rig the midterm elections before one single vote is even cast? He understands his position at this moment in the United States of America. One thing he never counted on, though, was the state of California. Instead of agonizing over the state of our nation, we organized in an unprecedented way in a 90-day sprint. People from all over the United States of America contributed their voices and their support for this initiative. We stood tall and we stood firm in response to Donald Trump's recklessness. And tonight, after poking the bear, this bear roared.
We have some major breaking news. It has now been projected that Prop 50 has passed in California, allowing the state to redistrict in response to Donald Trump's attempts to cheat in 2026. MSNBC called the results within 1 minute of the polls being closed in California, and the New York Times followed soon after. They have confirmed that with only 2% of the votes counted, the margin is wide, and California voters have approved the congressional redistricting measure. This might be the biggest and most significant win of the night across the country, because remember, Donald Trump called up multiple Republican states, including Texas, and asked them to redraw their maps so they could win the House of Representatives in 2026. What California did is respond and offer the voters the chance to approve this measure to redistrict in response to Texas, and voters have approved it, and that's a big win for not only California, but democracy and the entire country. So yet another loss for Donald Trump and the Republicans. We've racked up a lot tonight across the country, and that is undoubtedly a win for America.
Prop 50 just passed. What? Oh my God. This election is a sweep. Prop 50 just passed. What a freaking W train today. Oh, W's all across the board for us Democrats. Whoa, Prop 50 passed. And if you guys don't know what Prop 50 was, it was basically to redraw the congressional maps of California just to pick up seats, because we lost seats in Texas because Republicans decided to redraw the map without even asking their voters to do it. They just did it on their own to pick up Republican seats. So we wanted to say, okay, you want to pick up seats and cheat? So we're going to do the same thing. So we did the same thing in California, but we didn't do it the same way. We said, you know what? We're going to leave it up to the people, and we're going to vote today on it. And today, we voted on it. The people voted, and they want it. So now there's no representation. Republicans are going to lose representation in California because of this Prop 50. Now, don't get me wrong. Is any of this, do I like any of this? No, I don't like it. But I like it because it was done to us, right? In Texas, they picked up 5 seats. They took away our Democratic seats from there. So now we're just doing it right back. But I think that in a fair share, if Republicans didn't do what they do, I would never be for this. But it's just us doing it right back. I mean, it's not right. Everywhere should have representation of each. Don't matter if you're Republican, Democrat, whatever, you should have representation in those seats. But it is what it is. Democrats, we gotta fight fire with fire. Republicans been fighting fire. We gotta fight fire too. So yeah, Prop 50, let's go.
Prop 50 is on the ballot for the people in California. I'm not gonna waste no time. Let's get right into it. So whenever you see an initiative on your ballot, you need to be asking yourself who, what, when, where, why, how. Like, that's the questions you need to get to. Governor of California, Gavin Newsom, posed this one a little earlier this year. What does Prop 50 actually do? Prop 50 allows California the ability to implement their version of a redistrict map that would hopefully favor Democrats. When does it end? The map will end after 3 voting cycles in California. Next question is, where will this impact change? This will impact change on the congressional level. Think your senators and your House of Representatives for your state. Why is this important? This is important because on the congressional level, it impacts the ability for people to be able to get through certain laws. The ability to push laws through swiftly is because you have numbers in your favor. So a lot of the things that we've seen happen in the news that have been backed by Republicans are able to go through as swiftly as they have been because of all 3 departments pretty much being on the side of the Republicans. So if they have the House, the Senate, and the President, everything can pretty much go through pretty quickly. So if there's no friction or little to no pushback, things are going to go faster. Like, and the last question is, how did we get here? So this whole initiative is posed in opposition to what took place in Texas. If you don't know, earlier this year in Texas, Trump called up the governor of Texas and said, hey, I need some more seats. Can y'all do what y'all need to do so I can get some more seats? They said, sure. And then they went ahead and pushed a map in Texas that was supposed to favor Republicans. You kind of get why now in California, they're trying to favor Dems over Republicans. That actually ended up passing there. Now, you probably heard talk about this beforehand. This was back when like people like Jasmine Crockett, who was a representative for Texas, and then the House reps at the state level went and fled to other Democratic states so that they could break quorum. That means they need to have a certain amount of people present to be able to vote on laws, to be able to get things passed. If they don't have it, then they can't do it. This is also when you saw them have to sign what they were calling like basically permission slips to allow police to follow Democrats in Texas to their houses and stuff like that to make sure that they would actually come back to vote. And if they didn't, then they had to stay there. And we saw that happen as well. All of this is in direct opposition to that happening there. So when you go in that booth to vote, so if you're for this and you would like the opportunity for Democrats to have more seats at the congressional level, then you will vote yes. If you are in opposition to this and you don't want more Democrats to be able to push back against Republicans, you're going to vote no. This is just information to help you understand what you're going to be seeing so that you can vote effectively.
As if it couldn't get any better, California's Prop 50 has passed. Here's everything you need to know. Prop 50 will allow the Democrats in California to redraw the congressional map of the state to benefit them. This move is expected to add around 5 Democratic seats to the House of Representatives come the midterm elections in 2026. And they didn't just do this for no reason. They did this because Texas redrew their congressional map to add more Republican seats to the House of Representatives because the Republicans fear losing control of Congress come 2026 because of how widely unpopular Trump's presidency has become. Basically, the Republicans said, we're gonna lose, let's rig it, and then California said, we're not gonna let that happen. They stood on business, and Prop 50 has been passed and signed into law. This is yet another historic victory for the Democrats. On top of winning in states like New Jersey, Virginia, Georgia, and New York City, woke is back.